morning, everyone. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to another Monday Mindset. This is the episode this Monday Mindset. It's a video that I do every week at 10 a.m. Mountain Time in the VIP Facebook group for my active clients to empower women over 40 so that you can live your healthiest and happiest life. So I am Erin Hart, and today we're going to talk about something that is essential for anyone who's on a journey to better health. It's keeping a forward focus and letting go of the mistakes of the past. So whether you're striving to lose weight for the last time, embracing a sugar and flour-free lifestyle, or you're just trying to work on being the best version of yourself, the power of today can't be overstated. So today we're going to dive into how to let go of past slip-ups and mistakes so that you can overcome the all or nothing mentality and perfectionism, and why focusing on the present is so crucial. How to harness the power of today to create the future that you want. So I want to start just by welcoming you guys. It's so good to see you. Oh, hold on here. Oh, hey, Jean and Debbie. So glad you guys are here live with me. Be sure to if you are here live, I want to invite you to write any questions that you have about your program, or any anticipated obstacles that you have coming up. You can go ahead and post those in the comments, and then after our little message, we're going to get to those comments and questions that you have about your program. So go ahead and use the chat to do that. We will get to those at the end of the call in our Q&A session. So let's go ahead and start our Monday Mindset just by addressing something that we all experience, and it is regret over past mistakes. So maybe you have struggled with yo-yo dieting and you've had moments of binge eating, or you've fallen off the wagon more times than you can count, right? It's so easy to get stuck in a cycle of self-blame, and just replaying those moments over and over in your mind, wondering why you didn't make different choices, right? But here's the thing. Dwelling on the past keeps you anchored to it. Dwelling on the past keeps you anchored to it. So when you focused on what you should have done, you lose sight of what you can do right now and today. So the weight of yesterday's mistakes can prevent you from moving forward, but it doesn't have to. So the key is to just acknowledge the past, to learn from it, and then to let it go, right? So the only moment that truly matters is now. We only have today. And there's a quote that I put in the newsletter this week by Mother Teresa, and I'm trying to remember it off of the top of my head, but it's something to the point that, we can't change the past. We don't have control of the future, or we can't go into the future, right? But we have today. We have the power of today. So in the email newsletter, you can check it out there, the exact quote. But I love what she's saying there. And she just says, let's get started, right? We just have today. So let's take action today. So we can learn from our mistakes of the past. And then we just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. The power of today lies in its potential. So no matter what happened yesterday, today is a new opportunity to make different choices and to take a step closer to your goals and to be the person that you want to be. So now today you can do the next right thing. So ask yourself, what is the next right thing? When you have your eye on that vision of where you want to be in a year, 10 years and beyond, right? We can just ask, how can I step into that future version of myself today and start acting like her and thinking like her today, right? So by focusing on today, it gives us power. And so why is focusing on today so powerful? It's because today is where the change happens. So today is where change happens. You can't change the past or control what the future is going to bring, but you can decide how you'll act today, what you'll think today. And when you commit to making the most each day, those small daily decisions, they add up into a really significant progress over time. It's like driving down the road in a car. If you only watch the rear view mirror, you're gonna crash. So if you're focused on the past, you're gonna crash. We have to keep a forward focus and look at where we're going. And this is how we overcome shame, the all or nothing mentality, perfectionism, which definitely is going to keep us from achieving what's possible for you. So here's how you can harness the power of today. I want to give you a few tips here. Number one, just start fresh each morning. It's not starting over. We never start over. Even if we have been on plan and then we went off plan, we're not starting over. We're starting from experience, right? We're starting because we can make those mistakes into learning opportunities. So we're never starting over, but every morning, just think of it as a fresh start. When you wake up, just remind yourself that today is a new day with new opportunities, and whatever happened yesterday is in the past. You have the power to make today great. Number two is to set daily intentions. So begin each day, or maybe the night before, when you're writing down your food for the next day, write down your intention. It could be something really simple like, today I will nourish my body with healthy foods, or today I will be kind to myself. Today I will stick to my plan. So setting an intention, it gives you a focus for the day, and it helps you to make decisions that align with your goals. So commit to that intention. And commit your intention to your accountability buddy, and then follow up with them at the end of the day as well. Number three is to take it one step at a time. So it's so easy to feel overwhelmed when you think of your really long-term goals. Like if you have the goal of losing 100 pounds, right? Or 150 pounds or 20 pounds, right? Whatever it is, your big goal, that can feel so overwhelming, like climbing to the top of a mountain. When you look at where you are now and where you want to be, it can feel like you have so far to go. So why even try, right? But remember, you don't have to tackle everything at once. You don't have to climb the whole mountain at once. You can't. How do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? How do you, like, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one small step. So you just focus on taking the next step, one step at a time, and making one healthy choice after another. And ask yourself, okay, well, what is the next right thing? And as you consistently take action toward your goal, even if at times you have setbacks, as you quickly course correct, you get right back on track, and you keep taking action with time, consistency, and an abundance of patience, you will see an incredible transformation in your life. So number 4 is to celebrate small wins. So just recognize and celebrate all of the small victories along the way. So whether it's just choosing, eating a healthy breakfast, or maybe you went on a walk today, you said no to something that doesn't serve you, or, every positive action that you take is a step forward. And I have a little jar on my dresser that every time I overcome an urge to eat off of my plan, or I course correct, or when I have a day that's on plan, or when I make a choice in the direction of where I want to go, I just put a little bead in my jar. And over time, I watch this jar fill up. And, I never take beads out when I mess up or when I slip up, right? I only put them in. And this just helps me to keep that forward focus. So letting go of the past, it really doesn't mean ignoring the past. It just means learning from it and then releasing it. So there are a few strategies to help you do that. First is just to reframe your mistakes. So, like we said, mistakes are your best teachers. Mistakes are not something to be, to beat yourself up over. Instead, we want to see past mistakes. Instead of seeing them as failures, view them as lessons. So failure is the best teacher. So what did you learn from those experiences? Like, how will they help you to make better choices today? And then you just reframe mistakes in this way, and they become really, really valuable tools to help you to grow rather than burdens. And then secondly, to change your mindset about this is just to practice compassionate curiosity. And I say practice because you're not going to be good at compassionate curiosity at first. And so compassionate curiosity is just that when you make a mistake, instead of beating yourself up, you talk to yourself in a way that you would talk to a friend or a daughter that's struggling or a child that's struggling, right? You ditch the shame and the guilt. And it's so easy to be hard on yourself when you've made mistakes. A lot of times we say things to ourselves we would never say to another human being, right? And that negative self-talk makes us feel discouraged and want to give up. But when we practice self-compassion and self-reflection with curiosity, those are the keys to moving forward instead of focusing on the past. So treat yourself and talk to yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would to other people. So remember, like, you're human and it's okay to stumble as long as you get back up. So that's life, and you're doing great. You're doing great. Nothing's gone wrong. You're a human being. And the past, we don't have to focus on that. If you focus on the future, you're going to create the life that you want. So The High Five Habit by Mel Robbins is a really great book. If you haven't read that before, The High Five Habit by Mel Robbins. And it's really a fun way to just help you to learn to be your own best cheerleader. And basically what she teaches is just give yourself a high five every day and just give yourself a little pep talk in the mirror, right? Like, talk to yourself in the mirror like, you know what? You're doing great. Yesterday, that was hard. I totally get it. But today's a new day, right? And you talk to yourself like that. And then you give yourself a high five in the mirror. And so we got to learn to quiet the inner critic and to give voice to our inner cheerleader. So focus on what you can control. Like, you can't change the past, but you have full control over your actions and your thoughts today. So put your energy into what you can do now, today, rather than what you wish you had done differently, that you have no control over. So forgive yourself as well. So forgiveness is so powerful. And holding on to guilt and regret, it only keeps you stuck. It's not going to serve you to beat yourself up and to focus on your mistakes. So forgive yourself for your past mistakes and commit to moving forward with a fresh perspective. You got this. Like, you can do hard things. And just because you haven't been successful yet, it doesn't mean that you can't. Redefine success. Success is not achieving an outcome. Success is just the consistent effort that you put in each day and getting back up when you fall down and never quitting, right? You never fail unless you quit. So don't quit. Don't quit. The past doesn't equal the future. There's hope for you. There's hope for me. You know, with God, all things are possible. And I truly know that He can give us strength and above our own. And that when we feel our weakest, that He can help us to make our greatest weaknesses into our greatest strength. So rely on your higher power and tap into that power each day. So as you continue on your journey, it's so important to just keep that forward focus And this means staying committed to your goals and also being flexible and forgiving with yourself along the way. Life is not a straight line, and neither is your health journey. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, but what matters is that you just keep moving forward. So, the topic this week for me is really just a pep talk for myself. And when I was writing this, I'm like, this is what I need to hear. This summer has been challenging for me, and with the kids at home from school, trying to juggle self-care, family responsibilities, building my business, I've had some setbacks and I've struggled with consistency and complacency at times with my meal plan. I've noticed some weight creep and there's been times I've totally beat myself up and gotten into that shame spiral. Like, it's really hard to not feel discouraged and frustrated with yourself. I totally get it. And so as a health coach, it's particularly challenging for me because it brings up a lot of feelings of failure, or even feeling like a fraud sometimes. Like, how can I guide others when I still at times struggle with my own food addiction? But I just want to say that I understand the struggle and that I'm right here on this journey with you. And I'm getting back up, and I always do. And I am not a quitter, and either are you. So here's what I'm learning from my experience this summer is that it's okay to struggle. It's okay to feel frustrated. What matters is just how we respond to those feelings. And instead of beating myself up, I'm choosing self-compassion and curiosity and staying connected with my support community and honesty and openness. Being open and honest about what I'm going through, and having that transparency, it always helps me to avoid the shame spiral. And I hope that what it does is it creates a safe place for you so that you feel safe sharing when you're struggling too, because that is how we move forward, is the openness, the honesty, the vulnerability, and helping each other. So it's really hard to do, and I if it's hard for you to talk about when you're struggling or when you've messed up, I just want to invite you to to follow my example and just let it out in the open, and share it, because it's so freeing to do that. And then it makes it a safe place for others to be able to do the same. And when we can practice the openness and honesty with the mistakes of the past, then we can continue to move forward and learn from them and get that support that we need to overcome that perfectionism and the all or nothing mentality. I've learned that it's just crucial not to become complacent in our food addiction recovery, even in maintenance and throughout your life. And that can be, it's so easy, unfortunately, to regain the weight, even when you're sugar and flour free, if you're not consistent with your quantities. So it's so not fair, right? But it's just science. And this is how our amazing bodies are designed, and what a gift they are. So if you're experiencing something similar, just know that you're not alone. And I hope that you can learn from my mistakes and not have to make your own. We're all in this together, and we can all keep moving forward with compassion and curiosity together. We're stronger together. So to maintain that forward focus, just remember, set clear goals, know what you're working towards, have a clear vision in your mind and keep it front of mind at all times. Like, be sure to break those goals down into manageable steps, like we talk about in the course, to reverse engineer your goals into small, actionable steps that you can do today. And this is going to help you to stay focused on what you can do today to get closer to where you want to be. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday. If you were 100% on plan yesterday, that doesn't matter. If you were off plan yesterday, that doesn't matter. Well, the only thing that matters is what you can control. And today, you can control your thoughts and your actions. Stay present, practice mindfulness, stay present in each moment. And this helps us to make conscious decisions that align with our goals rather than just reacting out of habit or emotion. Journaling is really helpful and healing on our food addiction recovery journey. To be able to stay present and to be able to process emotions in a healthy way, allowing emotions instead of eating over them. And just be patient with yourself. Be so patient with yourself. Remember, lasting change takes time. There's not a quick fix. There's not a gimmick or a fad that works, right? So just be patient with yourself as you navigate this journey. Don't get caught up in where you're going. Don't get so caught up in where you're going that you forget to celebrate your progress and how far you've come. No matter how small your wins are, celebrate every single win. Give yourself a high five and focus on the process. Trust that you're moving in the right direction. The power of today is in your hands. So each new day is a new opportunity to make choices that align with your goals, to let go of the past mistakes and move forward with confidence. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about making progress. And so keep a forward focus, embrace the power of today, and know that every small step that you take will bring you closer to the life that you want. So thank you so much for joining me for this week's Monday Mindset. If you found this helpful, I invite you to share it. Share the YouTube video with a friend, or that helps me so much. My purpose in my life, since I have achieved this miracle, is to share the joy and the hope. And I understand the struggle, but I feel so called to help other women who are struggling with their sugar and flour-free lifestyle, who want to lose weight, but they feel powerless against their cravings, or they just are caught up in all the food thoughts, right? You have so much to give in your life. And if food is holding you back from becoming who you want to be and doing the things that you want to do with your short and precious life, that is my goal, is to help you to free your mind from food chatter, to find peace with food, and to be able to achieve your optimum health so you can have more time in this life, and so that you can have more energy to do and fulfill your life's purpose. So I can't wait to see you all accomplish amazing things. And I want to invite you, if you are not, or if you haven't come before, or if you have, come again. But this next week on August 26th through the 29th, I'm hosting a live interactive challenge on Zoom. So for 90 minutes each day, I'm going to be covering topics like mindset mastery, how to develop a winning strategy, and how to consistently execute your plan by creating habits and routines to support your sugar and flour-free lifestyle. So each day of the challenge, you're going to get a little bit of homework. And I have a challenge workbook that we're going to do together. And so as you take these small action steps, it's going to give you momentum. It's going to give your program some rocket fuel. So if you or any of your friends, if you know anyone that would benefit from this challenge, I invite you to sign up today. This is something I've worked on for a couple of years, is creating this experience so that you can be able to get some motivation to start taking action. And it can be life-changing. So it's totally free. This challenge is free to anyone. And it's on Zoom. So it will be recorded if you can't come live, but recordings are only available for a couple of days. And your experience is so much better when you're there live on Zoom. So I invite you to just mark your calendar August 26th through the 29th, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Check your time zone, 11 a.m. Mountain Time each day. And you have to register to be able to get the Zoom link. So go to healthyrealfood.com/challenge. So www.healthyrealfood.com/challenge to get your free ticket. So until next time, everyone, stay focused, stay positive, keep moving forward. You got this. So for those of you who are live on the call, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you guys and your sweet comments. That means a lot to me, Debbie. Thank you. So yeah, sometimes it is hard to be vulnerable, right? But I hope that you guys know that, yeah, I'm not perfect either. And I think it's sometimes that can be freeing to know that to be successful, you don't have to be perfect. It is a lot easier though when you're 100% on plan than when you're 95% on plan. You know, that is the gift that we have when we really go all in with our program. When we are intermittently off plan, it feels 100% harder. So keep moving forward. We can find peace and with our food and our bodies. If you have any questions, go ahead and put those in the chat now. Otherwise, I will see you guys on our coaching calls this week for those of you in the coaching program. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this and talk about your wins and your challenges this week. So, all right, you guys, I don't see any questions. Thanks, Jean. Oh, I appreciate you. Thanks for showing up live. I love having you guys here on the call with me. It's really fun. Okay, well, we'll see you later, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.